Behind me is a super rare F250. It's actually a front-wheel drive F250 instead of being rear-wheel drive. And the reason for that is that we're actually doing a diagnostic on this, and we're going to walk you through the process of figuring out a driveline vibration. Now, this truck originally came in because it was having a really bad vibration from 30 miles an hour, and then it would get really bad to 60 miles an hour, and you wouldn't want to drive the truck anymore. What we found when we put it up on the lift is that the rear drive shaft was wobbling. And with that drive shaft wobbling, we decided to remove the drive shaft and put this thing in the four-wheel drive. Without the drive shaft connected, that means that it's now going to be a front-wheel drive vehicle. We don't recommend test driving or driving this vehicle a long distance this way, but we were able to get up to 45 miles an hour and confirm that with the rear drive shaft removed, we're able to get rid of that driveline vibration. So we know that we have a drive shaft that is out of trueness, which means that it's perfectly straight. And we send it to the drive shaft shop. We're going to go ahead and reinstall it and take it again for a test drive to confirm that this vehicle has been fixed. But if you're ever diagnosing a driveline vibration on a four-wheel drive and you can't tell if it's coming from the front or from the rear, you can just pull that drive shaft from either the front or from the rear and determine if your vibration goes away. That'll confirm if your drive shaft is not true. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this vehicle forward and show you what I'm talking about. And I'm just going to show you guys here that the front tires are the ones that are going to spin, not the rears. And the reason that is that the vehicle here is in two-wheel drive. And what I mean by two-wheel drive is you can see here that that tire is not moving. It's not moving because the front tire is what's actually spinning. So as I give it throttle to throttle away, the rear tire won't move because there's no power going to it. So right here, this is where the rear drive shaft is supposed to be bolted to. And it goes from the rear drive shaft, this truck's a four-wheel drive, and it goes to the transfer case. So you can see here that we don't have the drive shaft installed because it was out of round. And that's how we were able to confirm that the drive shaft was the problem.